Well, last time, I asked you guys to guess what kind of car is going to be in the garage today. So here we are. Now, welcome back to Tony's Garage. So last time I gave you guys 3 tips. I believe the first one is German. Second was it's a V8, and third it's a rear-wheel drive. Well, here we are today. We have the e39 BMW M5. So here, this is a 2003. I believe it's the last generation. How did I come across this car, and why did I buy it? I came across it. A friend of mine was just told me about the car one of these days, and he told me to go look at it. So I looked at it, spoke to the guy. Long story short, the car is here. I've always been a fan of this car, but I never really thought I could afford one because every good example out there was so high priced. I'm talking about 25K and up. And to be very honest with you, all I really wanted was a car I can take to the track every weekend. Not every weekend, but once a week, take it to the track, or once a month. So I specifically wanted a black one because the stands just look so dark and under the radar, you know what I'm saying? I felt like even if I was going so and so miles per hour, nobody would know, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not like high speed, but you know what I'm talking about. So I was amazed on the power, most especially the torque, coming from a 370Z, which has like 276 foot-pounds, and coming to a 369, 370 foot-pounds. It was just night and day in my books, right? So, and of course, horses on this is like what, almost 400. I believe it's not 400. I believe the older one, like an 01 was 400, and this one is about almost 400, maybe like 390 something. But we just say 400. Anyways, so the way this car drives is nothing like any other car I've driven. And believe me, I've driven 997.1, 2 or .2, whatever Porsches. I like Porsches, but of course this is not to compare because this car is heavy, you know what I'm saying? So, but just the settledness of driving this car, you know, it's just inspiring, to be very honest with you. Of course, this car engine is a 4.9 natural aspirated V8 producing 400 horses, like I said, almost 403 and 370 foot-pounds. So rear-wheel drive. The interior was clean, or is clean. I feel like that was one of the reasons I got this car. It's really clean. And then just driving this car, it was, you know, I couldn't believe how great it is. But when you look at the car, a person that's not into cars like that, or just love the idea of a car, right? You wouldn't think none of it because it just looks basic, in my opinion, until when I actually look at it like, all right, that's an M5, and it starts to occur to me that that's really an M5. It looks agile, you know, at the same time it looks settled. So it's like a 2 personality kind of car, you know what I'm saying? And you know, some people say it's what you call it, wolf in sheep clothing. I feel like I now believe that word driving this car because I could be cruising one point, and at the same time I could be going X amount of speed. Acceleration, awesome, great. So when I first got the car, the paint was not really good, if I'm honest. You know, the clear coats was cheap, and I feel like the guy parked the car outside, or I'm not too sure. Of course, you know, sellers are gonna say whatever they feel like you want to hear, but the clear coats wasn't really that good. The bumpers had a bunch of chips on the bumpers, even the rear bumper was hanging a bit. And what I did was run into the shop, you know what I'm saying, basically strip the paint, just the exterior, strip the paint, repainted the car, painted the car jet black, because I wanted to match, you know, the color in the interior or whatever. So this car looking black on black now, I think is one of the best looking car I have at the moment. I'm not gonna lie. One of, not is. Don't get me wrong. I still like my E28, but I couldn't tell you if I like the E28 more than this or this more than the E28. A lot of people are gonna say E39 because it's an M5, but I just have some type of connection with my E28. So, but this car is 2 different cars. I like them both, you know, almost equally, you know. My next upgrade on the car, so I'm gonna get, I'm a guy that I like upgrades, but I'm more like OEM because I just like the way things run, just smooth, you know. I don't like to put aftermarket stuff on it. So I got a new fly new flywheel. I got a new flywheel. I haven't installed it yet. I got a new flywheel from Look L-U-K. I think that's the OEM brand, made in Germany. And I have a clutch, L-U-K clutch. I think that's OEM as well, which I'm gonna be doing an installment probably around in a couple of weeks to come, because I can feel the car slipping on really high gears, like when I'm really ripping it, you know what I'm saying? I can really feel a bit of a delay, but it's still fast, don't get me wrong. It's still, I still can't beat you. But anyways, since I haven't done a clutch, I haven't installed a clutch before on the car, so I don't know how it used to drive brand new. So that's why I'm going ahead and install the flywheel and the clutch. And another thing that I did on this car, when I first got it, the headlight was really foggy. So I did, of course, I'm your guy for headlight restoration. So I restored the headlights. They still look good. It doesn't look like it needs a replacement, so I go ahead and did the headlight. What I did with the grille, so this car comes with a chrome grille. So what I did was I painted the outer grille black, or the outer, you know, frame, I would say frame black, and I let the inside silver. It just gave you a certain look. I'm not gonna lie, it's not my idea. I saw it on one of the car forums and I just fell in love with it, so that's why I did it that way. I've done 3 upgrades to the interior. So the first upgrade I did was I changed the whole speakers. So my speakers come from the premium, because this car didn't have the premium audio sound. So I did all the premium audio sound because I used to like boombox. Now I don't. I just like interior speakers. They sound really good. I'm rocking with them. That's the first upgrade I did. So the second upgrade that I did was I had to change the infotainment system, because the infotainment system was pretty old. As you guys know, I got an Extron infotainment system. I'm not gonna lie, I know I got it from eBay. Sorry guys, I did get it from eBay, but it's really good quality in my opinion. It's the whole full screen without the buttons, and it has, of course, Bluetooth and YouTube and Pandora, whatever you want from like an Android phone at the moment. That's my second. So my third one that I did was, so I ordered a steering wheel, an M steering, like a thicker steering wheel from ECS Tuning. It was pretty pricey, but I tell you guys, man, it was totally worth it. Like right now, I drive with confidence. I don't even feel like my hands are finna slip. You know what I'm saying? When I drive, when I whip it, when I rip it, it's confident when I grip. You know what I'm saying? And now I feel like I have a better grip. You know what I'm saying? Like steering wheel and like, you know, my shift knob, everything just kind of like connect. I can feel every horses on the car. So best upgrade so far. I feel like my next upgrade on the car would be exhaust, because right now I'm still rocking the stock exhaust. It sounds good, I like it just for cruising, but ever since I went to Cars and Octane one time, is it Coffee and Octane? Coffee and Octane. And I met a dude that has like I think it was a red e39 M5, and it had the dining exhaust, catback exhaust. It sounds amazing, and I'm looking for one. It's a bit pricey right now, I can afford it, but in the future, definitely. Maybe if I can see a used one, I could throw it on there, you know what I'm saying? Just refresh it, throw it back on there, and have it sound really, really good. So guys, only one person was able to guess what kind of car it was gonna be. So you know, for that, appreciate, thank you for really paying close attention. And for you guys out there, I'm gonna have more questions in the future. Well guys, that's the end of the video for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, let me know. There's gonna be more content on the e39 M5. I'm sorry if I didn't cover a lot of things that, you know, most people would cover, but in the future, the car's still here, it's my car, so I'll always do a video on it, right? But for right now, just let me know if you have any questions, comments, whatever, have it down below, and I'll be happy to answer any question. Thank you guys, peace.